today I'm going to give you 5 running tips so that you can get on the path to getting off that couch and hitting that pavement or that treadmill or that trail, whatever your heart's desire. Because running is there, it's accessible, you are able, so we're going to get you going. Hi, welcome to Temple Running, where we are here to help you enhance your mind and your body, which is your temple, through your souls. So today we're going to talk about getting started on your run journey. This is you getting off that couch. COVID has made so many of us gain so many pounds with all the snacks and everything, and just being confined to home, eating takeout, and not getting out doing much movement. So our movement has to be a little more deliberate, a little more intentional in nature. So I have been running almost every day. I didn't used to run almost every day, but I had regular activity in my life before that made it where I got enough steps in and enough movement and exercise. But now that I'm working from home, I literally get out of the bed, go downstairs to my computer, and I can sit there for about 6 or 7 hours and just eat and sit and eat and sit. So I have to ensure that I get activity. So now we're at the point where you have decided that you are thinking about getting up and running and becoming a new runner, or getting back into running, and you want to know the best things that you should do in order to get back into running. So the first thing you want to do is ensure that you make a plan. When making a plan, one of the major things you want to focus on is your route and where you're going to run, how far out, even if it's in your own neighborhood, which I suggest you start with some place that you are familiar and comfortable with running, because you don't want to be a new runner running in unfamiliar territory. You want to be as comfortable as possible while you're doing something that you are not used to doing. So just make sure that you pick somewhere that you feel comfortable, that you know pretty well. But when you get to a state where you're ready to start switching up where you run, just always remember, route it out, make sure you have a plan. That is just so important. You don't want to get lost. And then if you do go somewhere that is new, make sure you have an exit plan. Take a little money with you. You never know when you'll have to call an Uber. You never know when you'll have to hop in a cab, or where you'll have to buy some water because you are seriously dehydrated. You just don't know those things, so you want to make sure you have an exit plan. So after you make your plan and you're ready to get started, the next thing you want to do is ensure you're taking it slow, okay? You need to embrace the run-walk method. That is going to be your friend to getting to where you can get a little distance under you. People just want to get out and they just want to start running, and your body doesn't want to do that, okay? And then you get hurt or you get discomfort and then you stop running. If you want to be a sustainable runner and you want running to become enjoyable, you have to take it slow. There should be a lot of walking in the beginning. In the description below, I'm going to put a starter run plan, but there are also other things you can do. They have the Couch to 5K app, which tracks everything and also helps you to have a plan of what you're going to do. So I definitely recommend those. There are several out there. Just go to your app store, type in Couch to 5K. They'll probably give you a ton of different apps for that. But I also put a plan below if you just want to do that. But just take it slow. You don't need to rush. People get too ambitious. They try to up it too fast. They hear about this raise your mileage 10% every week. No. In the beginning, just stick with the plan. It takes about 6 to 8 weeks to become a consistent runner. You want to focus on consistency versus mileage or speed. So please get a plan or get an app or something that is going to let you take it slow. Another thing you want to do when starting out and taking it slow is you want to get a run app. There are several out there. I use the Nike Plus Run Club app. I've been using that since forever. I think I've been using it at least, I don't want to say the year. I've been on that app a long time. That is my main running app. I also use Map My Run sometimes because they are very good for finding running routes, because people actually put the route that they ran in the mileage. So that's also a good one. And a lot of folks use Garmin and Strava. I'm not really familiar with it, but they are super popular. So must be some goodness there. So I think those are run through the Garmin watch. My Nike Run Club I use on my Apple Watch. If you have an Apple Watch, they also have a fitness app in there that will track your running as well. So there are several different resources. You don't have to have a watch. Your phone will do it. Matter of fact, for a long time before I even got the watch, I was using my phone. But now you can just simply have your phone and it will track your mileage and it'll track your pace. And so you can record those things and kind of see how you improve over the time, especially if you're doing one of those plans. You want to be able to track that. My next tip, you've gotten started, you're taking it slow. The next tip is don't get discouraged. It's so simple to get discouraged and just say, I don't want to do this anymore. Your progress is going to be slow, so don't feel like you should be all the way here because you've been running 2 weeks straight. You have to have some patience. In order for running to become something that you enjoy, you have to progress slowly and you have to have patience with that progress. I promise you'll get there. The runner's high will be incredible when you do, but you want to get there safely, because if you hurt yourself, you're not going to want to run anymore. You're not going to be able to run anymore. So you need to make sure you give your body time to adjust. And 6 to 8 weeks for a lifetime of happiness as a runner is not a lot to sacrifice. So just take it slow, follow a plan, and just stay in the game, and it will pay off tremendously. I promise. Sometimes when you get discouraged, it's just about you motivating yourself. While you're out there running, or even when you don't want to get up and go out for that run, just tell yourself, I am strong. I am a runner. I can do this. You have to be your biggest fan. If you aren't motivated to do it, it's not going to work. So find your motivation. I frequently say running is about 75% mental. So if you don't have that game together, it's not going to work out. I suggest that you find out deep inside what motivates you. Another thing that will keep you from getting discouraged and keep you in the game is to have a great playlist on your phone. Music is a motivator, at least it is for me, for a lot of people. But for longer runs, I have found that I enjoy listening to audiobooks or podcasts. I mean, you give me a good James Patterson book and I'm all into the mystery. I'm like, who killed who? And then I'm like, oh, I just ran 5 miles. Okay. And still don't know who killed who, but it will definitely take your mind to a place. Some people don't like to run with anything on their ears or anything, playing in their head. They just like to be out there with nature and kind of be in their own thoughts. You can do that too. So just find out what works for you. But if you're running and you're running in a busy area, you want to make sure that you put in one earbud or keep your music kind of low so that you can be aware of what's going on around you, so that you can hear what's going on around you. Definitely music, audiobooks, podcasts, or nothing, or something completely different. Whatever you like that will keep you motivated, go ahead and try it. My 4th tip is for you to make sure that you listen to your body. It is so important that if your body wants to stop, you stop. It doesn't matter what's on that paper and what's on that training plan. Pushing yourself beyond what your body is ready to do will only get you injured or something worse. You want to make sure you're listening to your body. If you're tired, walk. You're not competing against anybody. And don't think you're beating yourself if you don't keep running. You have to go at the pace that works for you. They make these plans and they try to make them as universal as possible, but everybody is not the same. And just because you can't track with that program doesn't mean you can't be a runner. Your pace is just different and the way you progress will be different, but it does not mean that you can't do it. You have to adjust these plans, and I know it can get tricky, but you have to do what you can do. If you can stay with the plan, then great. But if you have to make some adjustments to keep yourself from getting injured, when your body says stop, stop. When your body says it hurts, and you need to go get it checked out.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don't just sit on an injury and think that you sitting down on your couch a couple of days and letting it rest is good enough. If you have an injury, if something is hurting you, if it's hard to walk, if it's hard to put pressure on this part or that, and it seems pretty major, you probably need to go to a doctor and get it checked out. That is one of the biggest mistakes runners make. It's a mistake I made. I just thought that I could fix it, that I can do physical therapy to it. No, sometimes you need to go see a professional. So don't wait to see a professional. Don't try to push beyond your limits, because these are things that will take you out the game before you even get started good. And we're trying to get you started on a healthy and sustainable run journey. So please make sure that you listen to me when I say, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. Which brings me to my last tip, which is rest, rest, rest. Especially as a new runner, you need to be mindful of running back-to-back days. Resting is a part of your training plan. You need to have some days off, and you don't want to get burned out either too quickly. So that can lead to injury as well. We don't want injury. We don't want burnout. You need to take some rest days. That's why I love these plans so much, because almost all of them incorporate rest days. You don't need to come out the gate trying to run every single day. Even when you reach your runner high and it feels good to run, like I feel, I don't really want rest days, but I have to take them because my body just will get burned out. I have done that before. I've gotten to where I almost stopped enjoying running because I was just doing too much. Give your body rest days and let it recover. It needs that time. I would say, I think on most of the plans, they do about 3 or 4 days of running, the other 3 days rest. So especially at the beginning, I'd say you split the week in half and make sure you get some cross training in if possible so you can strengthen your legs. There are lots of different exercises out there, different yoga and things like that that you can do for improving your running. There's also things you can do on your rest day that will help you mentally, like, mindfulness exercises. They have several apps. That is all still healthy, and that is all you still contributing to enhancing your tempo, but at the same time, it's not you getting out there and running every single day, because you will get burned out, and then we will lose another potential runner because you burned yourself out before you can even get started. And this is all about getting you started on the correct track. So listen to me when I say, get those rest days in. So those are my 5 tips for beginners. There's so much more information that I want to give as a runner to a new runner, but we're going to have to save some of that for future episodes. Right now, we just want to get you started. We just want to get you out there. I really hope that you tune in and subscribe to this channel so that you can get more tips and more information. The easiest thing to happen to a person is for them to get discouraged or get injured and not be able to pursue their run journey and then never come back to it. So my goal is to get you started on the right foot so that you can become a runner that actually runs and enjoys being a runner. It is such a great thing when you reach that point, and I'll be so happy to be on this journey with you. So please subscribe to this channel so you can catch all of the runners' information that I'm going to put on this channel. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends to subscribe. Hit the bell. I post videos every Wednesday, but there will be times where I post a little bonus video in the middle of the week. So please subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when I upload a new video. And that's all for Tempo Running. See you next time. Are you in?